please don't forget our U.S. veterans. Growing awareness for veteran suicide. Hashtag 22 a day no more. Veterans, you always have a place here. There is a number in the description of all of my videos for some good folk that can help you if you are in despair. What's up guys, Joe from Steel Forge and Fire Sword and Knife. This is not my normal tabletop reviews, but I really had to get some of this last batch of JR knives shown for you before I send them back to JR. And JR, thank you so much for letting me play with your Medford knives, carry your Medford knives, use them, just basically giving me the opportunity to test them out and to really experience how great Medford knives are. I appreciate it, JR, thank you so much, but I could not let them go without showing the smaller picks of these Medford knives, the second box with these smaller picks, which are equally as fantastic as their big brothers. All right, get ready for my review. Gotta light up my incense, okay? Calms the soul, calms the mind. Definitely gotta get that going before we start. There's some good flame. So if you see some smoke blowing here, guys, you know where it's coming from. All right, so we got my, I don't know what flavor, what this is, it's like French vanilla or something like that. Love using incense candles when I'm doing videos, guys. You should definitely give it a shot, especially when you're doing like tabletop stuff. It's kind of cool, really calming, I love it. All right, first knife we're gonna start with, guys, is gonna be the Medford Infraction, okay? This is the black PVD D2 steel, tumbled titanium, black hardware, polished blade. This particular knife retails at around 700 bucks. So yeah, they may be smaller Medfords, but they're definitely not much cheaper Medfords. But if you're looking for just carries that, you know, you don't want a really big knife, okay, to carry, this is definitely an option for you, okay? If you want Medford quality, but you really want a really big knife to carry, you want something that fits easy into your pocket, I definitely recommend these smaller batches, like junior versions of these Medford knives. I really do love this infraction. I love the spine. You know, you usually have that usual thick spine on these Medford knives, solid titanium handle. I love the grids and just the design patterns of these knives. I mean, I personally think, some people think Medford knives are big and clunky and ugly. I just think they're beautiful knives, I really do. That's just my opinion. Solid, you know, titanium handles, really feels comfortable and heavy in the hand the way it should, the way a knife should be as far as what I'm concerned. But you know this thing is going to basically go through hell and back. All right, so we weigh this knife. It comes in at about 5.5 ounces, okay? You know, still a small knife, but still, again, you know, some weight to it. Okay, as far as open and close, I actually thought this was going to be a flipper tab, but it's not, okay? You open and close it basically just with the hole in the blade there. It's like a thumb stub type of opening. But look at that blade, guys. I mean, that is really a very beautiful blade. Really good finger choil here, guys, if you want to just do some good detail work. You know, the handle is still, you know, it's a smaller knife, but you know what? It fits the four fingers pretty well. Very comfortable in the hand, like pretty much all these Medford knives are. Even if they're smaller in size, they don't jimp out on the handle. You still have a really good, comfortable handle. So that's what I really like about them. The blade is D2 steel, like I mentioned. Medford does their D2 steel very well. They're you know, it's, listen, the heat tempering is great, guys. It's pretty sharp. I don't know how much JR used this, but it's still pretty damn sharp around the whole slope of the edge, okay? It feels pretty damn sharp around all of the geometric structure of the edge. Feels pretty damn sharp. No pun intended. Well, yes, there was. So here you go with the infraction. This is one of my favorites, guys. The G10 Handle. This is the Medford Colonial G pocket knife. I absolutely love this knife. This is one of my favorites of the small knife series from Medford's. As far as, you know, what I have in my hand here. Again, really nice weight to it. I love the thickness of the spine of the knife. I love the thickness, the extra steel liners here that forms into a lanyard hole. The pocket clips on Medford's are absolutely fantastic. These fit in and out of the pocket so good. The rounded edge of the clip, basically, this really slips right in and out of the pocket. Definitely not a jeans ripper upper. It fits really good in jeans. It's a very comfortable carry. Okay, like I said, lanyard hold here. This is a G10 handle, and basically you open it up like that. Titanium on one side and G10 on the other side. Again, really generous finger choil here, guys. Definitely could do some nice, good cutting, fine detail work. Again, They never jump out on the handle. I love the handle, and I love the grippiness of the G10. Weight on this knife actually comes in 6.18 ounces. So this is definitely a heavy knife. Okay, well, not a heavy knife, but heavy for its size. I just love heavy knives. I love solid heavy knives. I love knowing the knife is in my pocket. Again, it's got a really nice, generous opening. Okay, clicks into place. I love that locking mechanism of the way it sounds, the way the Medford knives lock up. As far as closing it up, this is a little bit stiff on the opening, and you just have to be careful. And it has a little bit of a stopper here that won't catch your finger, but I think this is fairly new, but I think after you work this in, this will open and close a lot faster. But this is the Colonial from Medford. Really one of my favorites in terms of the size. Okay guys, this is the Medford Midi Marauder. Okay, notice the design, again, titanium body on the handle. Okay, you notice the design. I guess this was a specialized design that JR put in here. This knife I think retails at around 800 bucks if I can see it right. Yeah, around 800 bucks I think, because this was specialized with the engraving with the on the liners here, which is really makes it a pretty knife. A little bit of a fingerprint magnet. You wipe it down, it's fine. You notice how the titanium belt clip, pocket clip is here. Open this thing up, again, really nice click to it. Okay, this is not as much of a hugging handle as the other ones, but look at that blade, guys. Look at the grind on that blade. The actual blade, if I'm not mistaken, is an S35VN. Really nice grinding, as you would expect from all the Medford knives. Midi Marauder. Another beautiful knife from Medford. Again, not the most comfortable handle as the other ones, but it is definitely a specialized, really beautiful knife, and really great piece in JR's collection with this Mini. Here is the Micro Praetorian T. Now, I wish I had actually a full-size Praetorian, because this is really just taking a Praetorian T and really just kind of shrinking it down a little bit. This is actually a tumbled S35VN. It's faced with a flamed blue galaxy finish on the handle. This retails at around $650. Okay, but it is just, look at that. This is a little bad boy, guys. This is a really beautiful mini Praetorian knife. If you guys know the Praetorian, which is probably the most popular knife in Medford's arsenal here, but this is a mini version of that. It's actually called a Micro Praetorian T, and it's equally as beautiful, equally as tough. This is a little bit more of like a kind of a 3-finger grip. But you can kind of hug it with the back of your pinky here and still get a nice, some nice real estate here to get some handle on it. But it's not meant to be a full hand grip, a full 4-finger grip. It's meant to be kind of like a 3-finger grip, small jobs, but it's tough as hell, guys. I mean, I would imagine you can do as tough of a job as a big knife, just having something in a small factor, and that's your Praetorian T, Micro Praetorian T. Another beautiful knife from Medford. Love it. Finally, guys, this is pretty much one of my most carried smaller thin blades. It's the M48, and this is actually if I'm not mistaken, it's an S90V steel flipper tab. Okay, rear flipper. Look at the size of that blade. Really beautiful knife, guys. If you want to get more details on it, just check out their website. They're sold on their websites. Little like tire tracking. It looks like a tire track, you know, on the steel, engraved onto the steel. This is a great knife to carry in a suit. This ended up being one of my most favorite suit knives, okay, because it's kind of fit inside my suit pocket, okay, during work, and it felt right at home there, or even in the pants pocket. Again, really good belt clip, slips in and out, okay, without ripping up the suit pants or anything like that. And again, this is a really nice grip. It's got a lot of real estate here to really get a good 4-finger grip and more if you have larger hands than I do. You know, and you can jimp it on the side here, but I love the thickness profile of the blade. Again, I've been doing a lot of cutting with this thing, guys, just everyday stuff, cardboard boxes, paper, opening packages up, just, you know, whatever I need it for, okay, on the spot as I was carrying it. It's got a great edge to it, and it's got great edge retention, as you would imagine, with that steel, and their heat treatment is always spot on. Last but not least, guys, this is the JR gave it to me in the case that Medford Knife and Tool gives you, okay, with a lot of their knives. He happens to have this one in the case. Has a little dog tag here where it actually says warranted forever in new or used original condition. Okay, that is the bedrock standard as far as their warranty on all their knives. And listen, you're paying a little bit more for these knives, guys, a lot more in most cases, but you have a lifetime warranty on this knife, used or new. So if you pass this knife on to someone else, they still have that lifetime warranty. If anything goes terribly wrong with the knife, you know this thing, they're basically confident this thing will last you a lifetime, and if something goes wrong, they will support the knife. And that's just, you know, that's awesome. I mean, that's what Medford gives you. That's what you're paying for. You're paying for that warranty. You're paying for a lifetime use knife. Check this out. This is the Medford Slim Midi Marauder, okay? Really exclusive knife from Medford. This knife comes in at around $630, S35 VN steel. Really handsome looking knife, guys. It's kind of just the Marauder with the, you know, a miniature version or a micro version of it. Okay, opens up with that beautiful clip, beautiful finger choil. Okay, I actually wish I had the full-size version here, but it's just kind of just miniature version of it. You got that tanto type of tip, that sloping tanto tip, beautiful edge grind. You see, notice the partition in the edge grind between the tip and the cutting edge on the side. I love how they basically do their edges. I love how Medford grinds their edges. They're knives that just really works of art, and they're made to work and they're made to be tough. Again, very, very sharp out of the box. This, I think, got a little bit of use because it's a little bit dulled, but still sharp enough to do a lot of stuff. A little bit of honing on this thing, and this thing will be brand new again. A lot of real estate on the handle, not as filling as obviously the full version, but look at that blade in the hand, okay? For a small factor knife, look at the size of that blade, look at the thickness of the blade. It is really a beautiful knife. Not too much thickness in the spine as some of the other knives, but it makes up for the girth of the knife from here. But again, another beautiful knife from Medford. As far as the opening closing here, this feels a little stiff in the hand. There is a little bit of a stopper here, not to kind of catch your finger, and then you can finish it up and close it up. But that clip, guys, I love the sound of the click on Medford knives. The sound of the click on Medford knives is like no other knife I've heard before. I love the cold steel clicks, but it's just something about that soft, sweet sound of the Medford knives opening and closing. So, all right, guys, last batch of Medford knives. I hope you enjoyed it. Definitely consider a Medford knife if you want a good, solid American knife. If you want a basically big boy, look at my other reviews of my the bigger size Medford knives. But I like this batch of smaller, miniature or micro versions of their big brothers, equally as tough, equally as strong, and will last you a lifetime, and will do whatever you need it to do in a smaller factor. So, hope you enjoyed it. JR, thank you so much for letting me use your knives. Once again, as I told you a million times, you are fantastic, buddy. So, till my next knife or sword review, guys, I'll see you when I see you. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for your support. Much love and respect to you.